What's going on, everybody? Mike coming in from my house in the living room in Moore, Oklahoma. And it is Wednesday, so welcome. It is hump day. Hopefully everybody had an amazing day. Wednesdays are usually very, very good for me because I have team training on Wednesdays. And those are usually very, very eye-opening. We get trained by multi six-figure, seven-figure earners, and it just blows my mind some of the things that get dropped on those Zooms. So if you're not on my team yet and you're missing these Zooms, I'm sorry, but you can join. It's not too late. All you have to do is say, hey, I want in. Message me, drop a message, something like that. But it is Wednesday, so I have on my calendar, on my planner, it's called What's Up Wednesday. So What's Up Wednesday in my head means I'm going to talk about some stuff that either has happened in the week or some things that I got from the Zoom, or just, if you want to ask questions, you can ask questions and I will answer them as you guys come on. If you guys are watching me live, drop me that 1 and tell me where you guys are coming in from. All right, and if you guys are watching me on replay, drop me that 2 and also tell me where you're coming in from, because I absolutely love to know where my people are watching. All right, so I'm just going to start off by letting y'all know that I started back on tracking my macros and tracking my food because I want to achieve a goal, and I have a couple people that are joining me on this journey that they also have goals. So I don't feel right if I'm coaching somebody and telling them certain things they should and shouldn't eat and everything else if I'm not tracking the way that I would have them track. So I started using Carb Manager because it's one of it helps with the keto and the low carb diet. You can actually customize it to how you want your macros to be. I use a calculator on ketogenic.com, and it kind of puts in everything. And if you guys want that calculator, drop calculator in the comments and I will get you guys that calculator. But it kind of shows you what your macros should be on active days and on rest days, and it is very good. And I trust the people I trust the people at ketogenic.com because I know who runs it, and they are absolutely phenomenal. So I started keto / low carb about 2 years ago, and I needed to stay in the Army. I was about to get kicked out because I was a little overweight, and I needed to do something quick, and keto was one of the ways that I found. So since starting keto, I have lost 27 pounds and about 4 inches on my waist. So 27 pounds and 4 inches on my waist, just by being mindful of of what I eat and making decisions when I'm eating them. All right. So yes, there's days that I cheat. Yes, I have not been tracking my macros and like putting into a app what I've been doing for the past probably year. And it kind of shows. I work out almost every day. I do my daily routine, just so y'all know, and if you guys have questions, you guys can ask. But my daily routine, I get up, I go to the gym. At the gym, I warm up for about 5 minutes on a treadmill at a 12 incline and a 3 speed. And then every time I hit the half lap, I run. And I run at least on a 6. So a 6 on a 12 incline is pretty steep. So whenever I got challenged to do the Oswald 10K challenge, I had no issues doing it. I just went out there and I ran it. I will admit that I walked part of it, but I got at least a 5K done before I started walking, and I didn't walk the rest of it. I walked. So in the Army, we have like interval training and interval runs. So what I did was I walked 1 telephone pole or light pole, and then I ran 2, and then I walked 1, and then I ran 2. That way I kept my heart rate up and I kept my legs moving and I didn't get tired. All right. So once I do my 5 minutes of cardio, then I go work out, and I work out for at least 45 minutes. Some of the workouts take longer than 45 minutes. So I usually complete the workout that the app that I use, which is Dr. Jim Sipani, and I can customize my workouts. Usually I do 6 days. I do a workout that does a bunch of drop sets, and it kind of switches the different muscle groups. And then one day a week I do a full body workout to where I'm working from my shoulders all the way down to my calves in every muscle in between. So sometimes it takes longer than 45 minutes. Then after I get done with that workout, I do at least 5 minutes of abs because I have a goal this year that I want to actually see my abs. So that's part of the reason I'm starting using Carb Manager again. Tank, you gotta wait. And then after that, I do another 10 minutes of cardio on either the treadmill, on either the elliptical, the bike, or even the rower. And that way I get my cardio in at the end because it's shown to burn more fat than anywhere else. If you guys are getting value from this, please share it to some of your favorite sites, whether it's a fitness site, whether it's just a self-help site, whether it's an improvement site. And I got to be right back. This dog wants out, and I don't want him peeing in the house, so I will be right back. Don't go nowhere. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. When the dog's got to go, the dog's got to go. I've taught him to let me know before he goes. All right, so then I do 10 minutes on another cardio machine, and then I'm done, all right? Then I go to work, and sometimes I'm up and down, walking around, going here and there to high schools, to colleges, and everything else. So I get more active, and I'm up and down, and I'm moving around. Then, once I get home, Michael and we had been going for a walk. We started doing the walks during 45 Hard, and then I was doing phase 1, which also had the 45-minute outdoor workout. But it gives us some bonding time, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with y'all. We play Pokemon Go a lot, and there's a bunch of stops and a bunch of gyms, so we'll be out and about walking and playing Pokemon Go. That way we both get leveled up and everything else, and it's just something that we like to do together. It's a bonding thing, and it is absolutely phenomenal. My sister even plays it with us when we're with her. So I get 2 workouts in every day. The walks, when we do outside, they're more brisk. They're not just like a stroll in the park. So I'm pretty active, but I'm using the not MyFitness, but the carb manager to track everything. And today's day 1, and I'm gonna admit it is hard. I'm probably used to being over about 25 carbs, which is what the calculator told me to be for the goals that I want to hit. I didn't hit my fats today, which I'm going to implement taking my coconut oil again. That way I can hit my fats. And then I'm just going to have to figure out how I can get my food in and not go over. I went over today, and I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all. I went over on my carbs by about 4 net carbs. One of the other things I'd want to talk about is manifestation, okay? So, being transparent, up until last October, I really didn't believe in it. I didn't believe in manifesting. I didn't believe in like speaking things into existence. I didn't really believe in that. It just never resonated with me. I wasn't that kind of person. Yes, I'm a little superstitious, so like I knock on wood when something happens. If one of my recruiters says something, I do make them speak positive, especially when it's talking about somebody getting in or not getting in the Army. So there are some bats that were awarded, some Louisville Sluggers, that I make them knock on wood. And just being in sports, you have those superstitions. So that kind of little bit plays into manifestation. But today we had more training on it. So a couple of things that I took away is if you want it to manifest, you need to stop thinking and start doing, all right? And a lot of times when you are thinking about something and you start doing it, then something bigger is going to come into fruition through you, all right? And then speaking it into existence, I've told my soldiers, and I've told my friends, and I've told my recruiters to do that all the time. Speak it into existence. Speak it into the universe that you're going to be coming back with 1 or 2 appointments, and then at least one of them is going to join the Army for you. So that is actually one of the amazing things. And then the last thing I really have is being grateful allows things to open up. So going into the state of gratitude helps you achieve the goals and manifest the things that you want. Now, it just keeps compounding for me. Like, I was reading a book and it was talking about that. It's talking about future boards and a bunch of other stuff, and just kind of like making sure that you're like visualizing what you want, and then because you're visualizing it and your mind is working, then it automatically speaks it into the universe, and it just starts compounding, and before you know it, you're living the exact thing that you were talking about, and you don't even notice it. It kind of feels like deja vu. And there's things over the last 6 months have been doing that for me over and over and over. I have a couple friends that we talk about this stuff all the time. One of them, we were talking about this event that's coming up in April that I have some tickets to. And one of the things after we left the last event, I told my team and a bunch of my friends that I want to not only be speaking on that stage, but I also want to be the one that has the mic, introducing the people and keeping the energy high and everything else. So I had a one-on-one coaching call that pretty much almost turned into an interview for that, which kind of blew my mind. I was not expecting it. I went into that meeting with one thing on my mind, is my vision for how I'm going to make sure that everybody that is at that event is pumped up, ready to go, keeps the energy high, and gives every single person a magic moment. So the fact that it turned into that just made me even more like proud, and it made me think about the things that I want in my business, in my life, in Michael's life, and everything else. And then one of the last things one of the trainers tonight said was, you need to get out of your head and quit always thinking, why me? Because a lot of times the universe gives something to you, or throws an opportunity, or throws you a curveball, because they're trying to give you what you want, and you just have to take that opportunity and run with it. And if it's something that happens that you weren't expecting, and you are just you get all negative, the more negativity you speak into the universe, the more negativity that the universe is going to give you. So if you take it, you kind of analyze it, you see how it can help you, and then you turn it around and you use it to your advantage, then something else bigger and better is going to come into your life, because you are speaking positivity into the universe. And that kind of happened to me today, and I'm not going to let that little thing get to me, because just because one thing slipped through my hands doesn't mean that something bigger and better isn't going to come. I'm going to use something that only a handful of people are going to know, is like life and prospecting and recruiting is like a deck of cards, okay? You have 52 cards in a deck. Sometimes you're going to get a 2, a 5, and a queen, a king, a jack, a joker, and sometimes those things don't even do anything. But maybe I just let a 5 slip away. But who knows, that 5 that was holding a place in my life might be opening the door for my ace or for my joker. So I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm going to look at this in a positive way, and I'm going to move on to the next level. So I am going to get off here because I don't see any questions. I see I played Kid Bop version of Believer by Imagine Dragons from my students on Monday. Students grow over 110 points in mid-year assessment. Oh, that is phenomenal, Lisa. Thank you for sharing that. And I hope some of you all got value from this. I just had to share some things that were happening today and this week in my life. I will also let you all know I booked my ticket for Vegas. I ordered my outfit for the gala. So just a lot of positive things going in today. And I'm just super, super excited for what the future holds and to see how far and how much I'm going to grow. It is only the 15th of the month, and I've seen massive growth in this short amount of time in this 2020. So without any further ado, I've got some things I got to do. I got to finish journaling. I got to finish putting things on my future board. I got to make sure that I save my pictures so I can do my vision board on Friday because I told a friend that I was going to do it, and I'm a man of my word, and I'm going to do it because I want every single thing that I put on there to manifest itself through one form or facet, either this year or within the next year and a half. So I want to say thank you for watching. If you watch this to the end, please drop a 1 and say thank you. If you watch this on replay to the end, please drop 2 and say thank you. And then for my Facebook people, please tap my face, hit the 3 dots in the corner, turn on live notifications, see first and follow. And for you Instagram, I just need you guys to go to my profile, click follow, and then you can also turn on when I go live. You can turn on notifications for when I post and for when I story. So I want to say thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. And if you shared and I didn't check it, I will let y'all know. I will thank you in the comments for sharing. So I want to say good night, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in the world. I hope you have an amazing day. I will talk to you guys later. Bye!